Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to build an entire application from scratch using new GitHub Copilot Agent Mode inside VS Code. And the crazy part is, we'll mostly be using prompts instead of manually coding everything. So, we are going to create a Vue application, a create user flow, a modern onboarding UI, and write automation test cases for the user management application. And I'll show you everything how you can use ChatGPT together with Copilot to generate powerful prompts and accelerate the development process. This is honestly one of the biggest shifts happening in the software engineering right now. So let's get started. This is my VS Code instance, and I'm going to use the GitHub Copilot chat. Make sure you have GitHub Copilot chat and GitHub Copilot installed extensions in your VS Code. And I can also recommend you to install a VS Code speech extension because it allows voice interactions. Like here, I have installed the extension, and you can see that I can start the voice chat here and give the prompts. So now I will try to give the first prompt and create an application. I will give the prompt to create an app using Vue.js and use the current directory. Now watch this carefully. It is trying to set up a Vue.js app. It is checking the current workspace content. Since it is empty, so it will try to create a fresh application. It will create the dependencies, configurations, generate all the files, and configure the project structure as well. We have to either keep it or undo it. For now, we'll keep all the edits. And we will see that in the source folder, the application has been created. You will see the package or JSON getting created, Vue components, configuration files, and all the app structure. And this is why agent mode is such a big deal. Now I will try to run the application, but before that, I will try to install all the node modules. You can see here that we'll directly get the commands here and we just need to click on accept. Now the node modules are created. We'll try to run npm run dev to run the application. You will see here that a simple Vue application has been created. If we want, we can add a user. Clicking on the button, the user gets added. Now, we want to create a more realistic application since this is just a default starter content. So I will try to give another prompt to remove the default content and add a new component to create a user. Now let's notice here what is happening. It is modifying the application, creating some reusable prompts and components, creating a use form component. It will also try to update the routings, replace the default home screen and create a new user flow. And the best part is that it actually understands the context. We will keep all the changes file and we'll look at again, we'll try to refresh the page. And based on the second prompt, it has already created a new component for creating a user. So let's try to test it. Let's try to write my name and add an email address. If we create it, it will say that it is an existing user. Okay, so let's try some other name. Okay, so it has added those users in the another model box. Now, this is how a create user component has been created based on the given prompt. And that is how the software engineering is evolving. And developers are moving from writing every line manually to coding via agents. But since the app now looks here basic, I will like to make it more interactive and user friendly. Now, this is where the agent mode becomes really powerful. Instead of changing isolated files, I'll redesign it by giving another prompt to update to have a more modern feel and an onboarding workflow. Now, let's see what it does. The third prompt given here is to update to have a more modern feel and an onboarding flow. Well, to make the application look more interactive, it used to take hours, especially for front-end developers. But here, the AI is generating surprisingly polished UI structures within minutes. You can see that it is reviewing the current styles and structure and adding onboarding flow very cleanly. Here, it is updating the app shell, adding a modern onboarding component, and updating the app layout and styles. We are trying to do the npm run build. Okay, so the application has been successfully built. Now let's try to see. Okay, so here the application looks more classy and interactive. Welcome to User Manager. Set up your team workflow in seconds. Complete a short onboarding sequence to create your first user and get started with a clean, modern interface. So let's start with a clear workspace. We will try to create our first user and then we are ready to go. Well, you can see here that the application which has been created is actually a production ready app. Let's try to create a user profile. You can see that a new user has been added in the team roster and also assigned with an ID whose ID is 1. If I try to add another user will get added in the roster. So it will also show you the total number of users who has been created and the 3 easy steps which we have added in the beginning, the flowcharts. This is how we can create a simple agentic application via prompts. And we are not just generating random code, we are iterating like real developers. So that workflow is going to become the future of engineering. Now, one last thing which I like to talk about is what to do next is actually we can also add test cases for create users. So let's try to give another prompt to add testing for create user. And let's see how the automated test cases are getting created. It is inspecting the package setup and current dependencies so tests can be added cleanly. Two files have been changed, and I'll try to keep those changes. It has created an app.spec.js. We'll try to install the testing dependencies for now. Keep it. Ideally, we will see in the source that tests folder has been created, and in app.spec.js, the test cases have been added. This is an easy way to create the automation test cases. It is adding some packages right now related to the Vue test utils. Let's see what happens after those packages are added. Okay, since those packages are added, now we can run npm run test and see whether all the test cases have been passed or failed. Ideally, it has added the testing for the create user, and using npm run test, we will be able to see whether the test cases have passed or failed. If I try to pass the npm run test command, we will see that two test cases have been created and they have been passed. So this is how we create the test cases. And here's a workflow that I personally think is extremely powerful. Now coming to how you can use ChatGPT further to develop the application more is we can take screenshots of the application which we have created, upload them into ChatGPT, ask for UI improvements, ask for better prompts, and ask for architectural suggestions, and then feed those prompts back into the Copilot agent mode. So instead of using just one AI tool, you can combine multiple AI systems together. For example, ChatGPT for planning and prompt engineering, Copilot for implementation, and VS Code for orchestration. And honestly, the developers who learn this workflow will have a massive advantage. So that is how you actually build an application from scratch using the Copilot agent mode. Ideally, I would like to thank you all for watching the video till now. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below what project you want me to build next using AI tools. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.